Hey, kia ora everyone, it's Sam and Chris here from Bayleys. Quick roundup of what's been happening in the property market over the past week. And theme for this week, so vendors staying bullish as supply rises. But first up, Sam, we've got a cool location today. Whereabouts are we?
Spectacular property in Mangawhai. It's 20 Sandhill Heights. Tee off by the sea. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home on just over 1 hectare, a resort-style estate, breathtaking 180-degree ocean views. Pretty spectacular. It's got an amazing infinity pool and cabana out there, so perfect just in time for summer. It's also just a short drive from Taraiti and Te Arai Links golf courses, so if you're interested in this property, you can get in touch with John Barnett from Bayleys Walkworth.
Yeah, that cabana looks really cool.
Yeah, really nice, and it's a huge pool.
Yeah, super cool. So getting into the news this week, so like I said, vendors staying bullish as supply rises. And so, Sam, we had some data out of realestate.co.nz, supply of homes for sale.
Yeah, so at the end of October, there were 33,600 homes for sale, which is 4% higher on the same time last year, which was already relatively high.
Yep.
So this means more choice for buyers, more competing, and more competition if you're selling.
Yeah. It was interesting because realestate.co, so they pointed out that they felt vendors are getting more confident even as the supply on the market rises. So shows that I guess they're seeing value in selling at the moment, which is exciting. The other interesting thing, and this is more from our own network, is that the rise in supply is quite patchy. So some areas and price points quite tight, others relatively flush. So do need to get that local intel as to what's going on from your local Bayleys team. And so Sam, also this week we had our latest residential investment report.
Yeah, so this market's holding pretty steady with softer inquiries, more listings, but a bit of pressure off rents.
Yeah, and so really important that if you've got a rental property at the moment that you've got proactive property managers in there. So have a chat to the Bayleys Residential Property Management team if you want to learn a bit more about what's happening in that market. Next up, so we've got sales snapshot for the week, and Sam, this is quite a cute theme.
Yeah, I picked this theme. It's called Room for Grandma. So homes suitable for multi-generational living.
Yeah, cool.
I'll start off in Auckland. I've got 37A Baddeley Avenue in Kohimarama, where reserved meets the sea, 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms on 453 square metres, built in the 2020s, easy walk to Oceanbeach and Rangitoto views, 2 well-appointed kitchens for entertaining or private living for extended family. This one was marketed by Lonnie Tian and Lillian Kong from Bayleys Remuera, and it sold under the hammer at auction for 3.3 mil.
Yeah, cool. And then for me, I'm down in Queenstown, so 25 Spur Ridge Rise in Hanley's Farm. Elevated, elegant, exceptionally versatile, 5 beds, 2 baths on 695 square metres. Designed to maximise space, sunlight and views from Coronet Peak and the Remarkables. Has a self-contained 1-bedroom flat, good for home and income or to chuck your grandma in.
Perfect.
And so this was marketed by Kate Walker from Bayleys Frankton, Chris Campbell from Bayleys Queenstown, sold under the hammer at auction for 1.855 million. So 2 very good options for you and your grandma.
Perfect.
So next up, just going offshore for the week. So we've got latest intel out of our partner McGrath in Australia. So this is their Sydney market update for spring. And to give you a bit of a sense on what's going on in that Sydney housing market, so property prices up 3.9% in the year to Q2 2025, so a little bit sharper than in New Zealand. Median house price sitting at Australian 1.3 million, which I think is about 30% higher or 40% higher with currency than Auckland.
Wow.
So relatively expensive. Price outlook, probably up 8% over the next 12 months, according to McGrath's crystal ball. And rental market is tight, low vacancies and pretty steady rent growth. So the thing I found interesting about this is people talk about Australia being cheaper than New Zealand, but that actually points to it being much more expensive.
Yeah, yeah, I have a couple of friends that live in Sydney and the rents don't look too fun.
Nah. So interesting. We'll link that in the description if you want to get a bit more info. And then finally, Sam, to wrap up, we've got property of the week. And mate, you've got a huge one at the Mount.
Yeah, so I've got 65, 67 and 69 Oceanbeach Road in Mount Maunganui. The Mount's extraordinary beachfront opportunity. It's original 1950s home on 4,866 square metres of absolute beachfront land held by one family for more than 75 years. So this is the chance to create a world-class coastal masterpiece or subdivide and deliver a collection of landmark residences. So if you're interested in this one, get in touch with Peter Clark from Bayleys Mount Maunganui.
Yeah, that's an epic property. And then for me, I've got this property right here. So I've got 20 Sandhill Heights in Mangawhai. So tee off by the sea, 4 beds, 2 baths on just over 1 hectare. resort style estate, breathtaking 180-degree ocean views. It's got the infinity pool, the cabana, short drive down to the golf courses. If you want to learn more about this one, contact John Barnett from Bayleys Walkworth.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, 100%, super cool. So look, with that said, we'll wrap it up here. So big thanks to the vendor and John for hosting us today. Cheers, Sam.
Thanks, Chris.
Sweet, and we'll see you guys next week.
See
Ciao.
ya.